XRP is now legal thanks to a law recently passed by Congress. The SEC is also incensed. It's possible that this hidden bill may push XRP to $10,000. You'll be shocked by what follows. What if I told you that a measure that might completely alter the history of cryptocurrencies was recently enacted by the US Congress? A statute that may formally legitimate XRP and circumvent the SEC's tenacious opposition to it is what I'm talking about, not a small tweak. Let's examine the true implications of the HRXRP Act and how it might drive XRP's price to an incredible $10,000. Let's start by discussing this obscure section of legislation. In the halls of power, the HRXRP Act has been subtly stirring things up. According to sources, the HRXRP Act, a new measure that has been the focus of much discussion and conjecture, has passed Congress and is seriously upending the financial industry. The news is causing traders and investors to react fiercely, and market volatility is hitting all-time highs. The measure states that XRP is no longer under the SEC's purview because it has been formally accorded commodity status, a development that has important ramifications for the cryptocurrency market. This is truly monumental. For a long time, Ripple and its backers have had to deal with the SEC. The SEC and Ripple have been at odds for years, a drawn-out legal dispute that has hindered innovation and expansion. Attempting to designate XRP as a security, which would expose it to strict control and regulation. However, the situation has recently been totally reversed by Congress. The cryptocurrency community views this legislation as a win. This bill essentially voids all of the SEC's cases against Ripple by formally designating XRP as a commodity, giving it a clear regulatory framework and maybe opening the door for wider usage. As XRP and other cryptocurrencies attempt to negotiate the complicated regulatory environment, this might signal the start of a new age. This is where things start to get really amazing, though. The occurrence of this transformation is not sudden. For weeks, there have been a lot of rumors and conjectures circulating in the financial community. Nancy Pelosi, one of the most powerful politicians in Congress, and a person who has always been in the news for her financial choices, allegedly bought $1 million worth of XRP just last week, according to a forged document that went viral and has been making the rounds on social media and other financial forums. This is a substantial sum of money, not just any little investment. If not aware that something was about to break, why would Pelosi, or any other seasoned politician for that matter, take such a drastic step? What sort of insider knowledge might be spreading among the political elite is an issue it poses. Making money isn't the only goal. They also want to establish themselves as leaders in a new financial era. This action can be a calculated effort to obtain an advantage in the quickly changing realm of virtual currencies. This is a clear indication that XRP is about to take off, and that those in positions of authority want to profit from it. This purported purchase has far-reaching ramifications and may mark a significant change in the way persons in positions of authority see and use cryptocurrency. What's going on now? Congress's recent legislation is paving the way for Ripple to be acknowledged as a respectable participant in the banking industry. The court case against the SEC, it's pretty much over now. In effect, Ripple has been given the all-clear. They have been outclassed, the SEC. And who stands to gain the most from this move? You guessed it, holders of XRP. Indeed, if this bill is passed, all SEC lawsuits will probably be immediately dissolved, according to legal experts and former lawmakers. Take a moment to consider that. Every lawsuit and case preventing Ripple from moving forward would be dropped. This implies that Ripple and XRP would be able to expand without worrying about the outcome of the SEC's efforts. Let's now discuss the XRP price projection. What does all of this signify for the value of XRP, you might be wondering? This is where things start to become pretty exciting. When the cryptocurrency market was at its height in 2017, XRP's price jumped by an incredible 60%. However, analysts predict that it will be larger this time. Now that this law has been passed, XRP is well positioned to hit new all-time highs. The first major goal, if we're being conservative, is $10,000 per XRP. However, in all honesty, Some analysts predict that this is only the beginning. Why $10,000? Well, think about this. There would be a huge demand for XRP if it were to become the global bridge asset that links bank settlements, cross-border payments, and national digital currencies. If the liquidity and acceptance reach the levels that many are forecasting, the price may rise well above $10,000. Therefore, although $10,000 may seem like a lot of money to some, many who know better think it's only the beginning of a far larger financial revolution. Since the data speak for themselves, let's examine them in more detail. Market analysts estimate that in order for XRP to achieve the $10,000 milestone, its market capitalization would need to reach about $500 billion. That would mean that financial institutions, central banks, and institutional investors would need to absorb a sizable amount of the supply. We might be witnessing the start of that change with this new law. Don't wait too long, though, as there is still one more important component that could lead the price to rise more quickly than anyone anticipated. This isn't your typical occurrence. It's a historic event that has the potential to completely alter the financial industry as we know it. This measure is scheduled to be signed by the President of the United States tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The final version of this measure has been shaped by months of heated discussions and debates. The moment of truth has been approaching, and the suspense has been growing. Yes, that is what you heard. This bill's signing is a game changer, not merely a formality. The ramifications are extensive and profound, impacting not only the cryptocurrency market but the whole financial system. This bill may become law in less than 24 hours, at which point XRP would be formally acknowledged as a commodity. This acknowledgement is an important turning point that ushers in a new age for digital assets and their place in the world economy. Both the cryptocurrency and financial markets will be rocked by this. Analysts, traders, and investors are all on high alert, getting ready for whatever repercussions that this legislative reform might have. Given that XRP is now on an equal footing with commodities like gold, oil, and others, banks, institutional investors, and even governments will probably begin to show interest in the cryptocurrency. This might result in a spike in investment and adoption, strengthening XRP's place in the market. The financial future is being shaped in front of our very eyes. There is not much time left, and the truth is that this might be your last opportunity to buy XRP at its current price before everything changes. Massive adoption should occur relatively immediately when the measure is signed. Institutional investors will be able to invest billions of dollars in XRP due to its legal certainty. And XRP's price might reach $10,000 or even greater sooner than you might anticipate with that infusion of funds. Right now, the only thing left to decide is if you'll join the journey. Are you prepared for the next step? What implications does this measure, in your opinion, have for XRP's future? Is $10,000 per XRP feasible, in your opinion? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. Your thoughts on this amazing development would be greatly appreciated. In order to be the first to learn about the most recent advancements in the cryptocurrency and XRP worlds, please hit the like button, subscribe for additional updates, and enable notifications if you found this video to be eye-opening. You won't want to miss what comes next, I promise. You may have the opportunity to watch the next chapter in XRP's history develop in real time.